tonight.
It's almost one of those rub your eyes moments.
The Shark Cat is sinking.
It's semi-submerged and there's 5 persons between the 2 hulls.
And the fishermen are out of life jackets.
Hey Mum, how you going?
Lachlan's horror leg snap landing.
Hopefully get the bones lined up by putting some traction and then drive the rod down.
I just wanted to find out how bad his pain was.
And the hikers don't speak English.
Up to helicopter, then...
And the crew doesn't speak Spanish.
I bet you Keith's having a blast on the ground with this bloke.
But they have to get Pedro out, and fast. The Australian Maritime Safety Authority, Canberra, and a distress signal has just come in. A fishing boat is in trouble somewhere off the south coast of New South Wales.
So we're on our way to an overdue vessel. Got a report of a beacon going off.
The Westpac Lifesaver Rescue helicopter, call sign Lifesaver 23, is tasked with the mission to locate and rescue.
So we're heading for an area just north of Bateman's Bay. Okay guys, we're entering the search area now.
This is the boat's captain, 63-year-old Mohammed, and this is his son, Rory. He was the one who triggered the SOS alert.
Rob, can you come right, mate? I can just see something white in the water. Yeah, sure. Okay. Turning right.
1 nautical mile out to sea, rescue crewman Ewan spots something.
Over there at 3 o'clock at about a mile, I've just got something white sticking out of the water. It could just be a white cap or rubbish or something. Yeah, it looks pretty big. That's an overturned boat. Okay, speed's coming back.
It's almost one of those rub your eyes moments. There's this upside down shark cat and 5 blokes sitting between the 2 hulls.
It's a time-critical situation. The Shark Cat is sinking and 2 of the men are not wearing life jackets. Central Tasmania, the Overland track.
¿Un comentario de la ruta especial?
No, está bien.
¿Y el grupo qué tal?
Bien. Vamos, listo.
And a group of Spanish trekkers have called for help. 60-year-old Pedro, on holidays from Spain, is in pain and unable to walk. That's him you can hear in the background. The Westpac rescue helicopter, Polair 72, is on its way.
Okay, fellas, about 90 miles. Looking at about an hour ETA for you, Keith.
Thanks, mate.
Paramedic Keith has walked the Overland track twice. He knows this part of the Tasmanian wilderness intimately.
We've been given information that isn't overly comprehensive on this job. I think there's a language barrier. Okay, left and right doors coming over.
Rain squalls and mist make spotting the walkers difficult.
It's getting lower and slower, fellas. Looks like it's getting quite murky up here in the huts.
Suddenly, rescue officer Josh sees something, a white flag. The walkers are calling for help.
Got a red rain jacket of some sort.
That visual, I reckon that's our target. Copy, mate.
I've never landed there, so I don't know whether we can or not.
It doesn't look like it's a landing spot, mate.
But certainly maybe a hollow.
Paramedic Keith needs to get to ground to assess the patient, but the terrain is too soft for the helicopter to land.
Got his vision. He's on the ground. Let's round.
Hello? An ankle injury?
¿Cómo te has caído? Don't work.
So,
This is Pedro.
you guys, one team? You're together?
His ankle is badly swollen. It may be broken. He needs an urgent airlift to hospital for an X-ray. But how will they get him out? The walkers don't speak English, and Keith doesn't speak Spanish. Bateman's Bay, the New South Wales south coast.
There's an overturned shark cat in the water. It's semi-submerged and there's 5 persons between the 2 hulls. Okay, Josh, do you want to get ready?
Yeah, I'm going to start getting my stuff ready.
Rescue Officer Josh is an open water retrieval specialist, but he has never had to rescue 5 men at once.
Moving Josh out now, clear to winch.
Yeah, clear to winch.
50 to run, winching out. Got 30 to run now, line's good, speed's good, rate of descent is good.
2 of the fishermen don't have life jackets. It's a precarious situation, and Josh knows the risks. He's been a surf lifesaver since he was 6 years old.
Hold and Josh is in the water.
I've made the decision to get the older gentleman without a life jacket.
Mohammed, the skipper, is first off the boat.
Getting him into the water to get up into the helicopter was a little bit of an issue. But that's just where the confidence has got to come in and reassuring the person that they're just going to be okay.
First survivor has entered the water. Clear to winch.
Yeah, clear to winch.
And Josh and the first survivor are clear of the water, winching in. Move back and left slowly.
Okay, back and left.
And they're now 20 foot clear of the water and moving up into the doorway. Good. Roger. And moving across the cabin now.
That's Mohammed taken care of.
Moving him out. Clear to winch.
Yeah, clear to winch.
Roger. Winching out now.
I've got the first guy out, and I know that there's one more without a life jacket.
Hold and Josh is in the water.
Next up is Chop.
Okay, Josh has a second survivor.
Clear to winch.
Clear of the water. Okay, moving across into the door. And forward run 10, about 10 above the water. Forward run 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, water. Beckoning the third survivor.
Crewman number 3, Ali, is fatigued and struggling with the bitter chill of the ocean. The Overland track Tasmania and the Westpac rescue helicopter Polair 72 is responding to an emergency.
From Yankee 92 to Yankee 9.
Yankee 9, Yankee 92.
Yeah, look, there's a decent language barrier.
Pedro, a 60-year-old Spanish bushwalker, has damaged his ankle. He's in pain and cannot walk.
It does look like a lower leg fracture, so I'm just going to splint it.
Now, will a hover entry be very difficult with a broken leg?
There's no way Pedro will be able to climb into the helicopter.
But I think the winch is probably going to be most appropriate.
Agree with him. Yeah, we all agree.
He'll need to be winched to safety. Polair 72 is running low on fuel. The hover winch extraction will burn more jet fuel than a straight land and exit.
We're going to go to Cradle Valley to get fuel, so you do what you need to do, and we'll be back as soon as we can.
Yep, that's perfect.
We're about to pop over Cradle to Dove Lake. One of my favourite parts of the world, this. Could be warmer.
Back at the track, Keith splints Pedro's leg. He needs to keep the Spaniard calm and brief him and his mates on the winch lift out. Easier said than done.
I just wanted to find out how bad his pain was. Can you ask him how bad his pain is, whether he needs pain relief? Pain. Do you know pain? Word pain?
Pain.
Pain, sore, ow.
I bet you Keith's having a blast on the ground with this bloke and his language barrier. Very patient bloke, Keith.
He is, I can't think of a better person for the job. Yep.
Pain relief? Morphine?
Que si quieres un analgésico o algo.
No. You're okay. Okay.
If there is no movement, there is no pain.
Understood. Yeah.
While Joe and Josh refuel the helicopter at the Cradle Valley fuel station,
She's thirsty.
So,
Keith gives Pedro and his mates a safety briefing.
okay. Good. I will be like this. Okay. And don't put your arms out. Okay. Yeah. Me. My job. When we get up to the helicopter, then...
But it looks more like a game of charades.
Gee. Cup of tea.
Roger, continue forward 30. 420, line's good, speed's good, radio set's good.
On the New South Wales coast, 2 of the 5 stranded fishermen are safely on board Lifesaver 23. Rescue Officer Josh has secured crewman number 3, Ali.
Clear of the water.
There was a little bit of fear there for sure. I mean, the unknown and the uncomfortable environment they've never been in before. And then once they get into that aircraft, it's just overwhelming relief.
The helicopter's full.
We've got a lot of fuel on board, so because we are so heavy, the pilots decided that that's as many as we can take in this load.
We're going to drop you back down there, and then we'll go drop these guys at Bateman's Bay.
Safety protocols demand that Josh stay behind with the 2 remaining crew members, Abraham and Rory.
We don't like to leave our people out in the ocean, but we also don't want to leave 2 people without some form of assistance.
In Tasmania, Spanish tourist Pedro has a suspected broken ankle.
Yankee 9 to Yankee 9-2. Copy me yet?
Pilot Joe radios paramedic Keith to check the status of the winch prep.
Yankee 9-2 to Yankee 9. Joe, I'm ready, and I've done the safety checks with the patient.
Okay, the mission will be con you into the target where Keith is standing. It'll be 1 winch, Keith, patient, all the gear.
It's too dangerous for the helicopter to land. The terrain is just too boggy. Pedro needs to be winched out.
Nice to see you. Thank you very much.
Pilot Joe moves the helicopter into position.
Can you hold here? Hold here. You there, Keith?
Yankee 9-2, copy.
I just want the spectators moved further away. I don't want them under the aircraft during the winch.
Understood.
To continue as before when we come in. Copy that. 1 and hold. Pitching out now. And you're clear to move forward and left 1. Hold position is good. Directly out of the target. He has the hook. Probably to connect you to the patient and himself. I have a thumbs up. And hold position, winching in the slack. Running fair. And winching it now, which is running fine. About 10 feet from the skid. Reducing the winch speed now. Keith's reaching for the skid. About to do a stop winch check. The winching patient in feet up to door level. 5 o'clock. Okay.
Pedro's in safely.
Following in with the bags. Get in the door. Okay, they're both in. And we are clear of obstacles. Doors closed. Shutting left door. Among comms. Hello. Hello.
So we had about 10 words in common. It's pretty hard to give someone a safety brief who doesn't know how to speak language.
I'm sure you did your best.
Lots of arm movements.
Turns out Pedro fractured his leg in 3 places and dislocated his ankle. He spent 4 days recovering in hospital.
Beautiful once you get above the cloud. This is the way to fly. Hicks is in charge of an A380. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be approaching Hobart in approximately 20 minutes. Weather for your arrival upon Hobart is clear blue 22. And the in-flight service is in-flight service. Extremely poor.
Bien hecho. Job well done.
Catch any fish?
On the New South Wales coast, Rescue Officer Josh is taking care of 2 stranded fishermen, Abraham and Rory. They've been stuck out here for 3 long hours.
That's good, man. That's good. Your EPIRB went off. So good job for doing that. Because if you didn't do that, we wouldn't be knowing you're here.
I'm going to unload these guys hot then, Rob, and so we can get straight back.
Yep, all good.
Their mates Chop, Ali and the boat's owner Mohammed are now safely back on land. Road ambulance crews are on standby to treat them all.
So when they come back, it'll be the same thing. Just keep your arms by your side the whole time and we'll go up.
Can you take him first?
Yeah, I will, yeah. No worries.
Okay, there's track back out. Okay, vessel sighted, tracking direct.
Lifesaver 23 returns to collect the 2 remaining fishermen.
All right, here they come. Let's move.
Forward 5. Forward 5. 4, 3, 2, 1, hold, and the strop is in the water with Josh. The fourth survivor.
Number 4 was quite tiring. I've rescued 3 people already. You're tired, you got to make sure that you're concentrating. Got him into the aircraft, and then from that moment it was like, yep, right, 1 to go, let's smash this out and then get home.
Winching him out now, back into the water.
Coming down out of the aircraft, you know, you've got blades spinning, you've got wind in your face, and you've got so much concentration as to making sure you're doing it all right, but you've also got this awesome buzz that, you know, the adrenaline's pumping, you're rushing.
3, 2, 1, and Josh is in the water, beckoning the last survivor.
Last man off the sinking shark cat is Rory.
The strop's on and take weight now.
The last one, he'd seen 4 people go up before him, so I think he was a little bit nervous the fact that he was the last one on the boat.
And they're 15 below the skids and up in the doorway. Leaving the door, your reference? My reference. Sure. And moving across the cabin.
Once we got him into the aircraft, the relief on his face was priceless, and that really sort of brought home the fact that I'd just rescued an entire family.
Not above 40 knots, you're clear to rotate.
That's right up there with one of the best jobs I've done. It's definitely the most people at once that I've rescued. So yeah, the satisfaction from that's amazing.
Okay, approaching landing site here.
Mohammed and Ali were lucky. They were not wearing life jackets, but the shark cat was fitted with an EPIRB. Without it, things could have ended very differently. To help save lives, Westpac has partnered with the Little Ripper Group to develop this, the Westpac Mini Ripper Lifesaver Drone. It's the latest breakthrough device in water search and rescue. A remote-controlled drone that can track and spot and drop flotation devices to beachgoers in trouble. The Westpac Little Ripper team has completed a trial program in New South Wales, working with Surf Lifesaving, and is now rolling it out to protect Aussies in trouble. But out here in the bush, there's an entirely different set of rescue challenges to overcome.
24-year-old male motocross rider with a fractured femur.
The Westpac Lifesaver Rescue Helicopter is en route to the scene of a motorbike accident.
Yeah, he's got the creek down here, 11 o'clock. Yep, looks like there's some jumps.
24-year-old Lachlan is a dirt bike fanatic. He even designed his own track. That's it down below. But as he flew over the final jump, he crash-landed badly and snapped his leg in half.
3, 2, 1, and hold. You're all clear on the left. Have a look over the right. Okay, coming down. Roger, clear to the ground. Power's clear. Nice clear.
The road ambulance crew has been taking care of him in preparation for Dr. Doug's arrival.
Hi there, I'm
Hi.
Doug on the docks.
How you doing? This is Lachlan.
Hey Lachlan, how you going, mate? Doug. Where's your worst pain at the moment?
Leg.
Leg jab. Breaking your leg like this would be immensely painful. The femur bone is the biggest bone in the body. It takes considerable energy to break it.
The road team has applied traction to Lachlan's leg to minimise any movement. But there's a problem.
Is it possible to shorten up this leg traction? Otherwise he's not going to fit in there.
The traction rods are too long. They need to be shortened.
Okay, Lachlan, just gonna feel a bit of pushing and pulling on your leg. All right. Okay, Lachlan.
Okay, 3.
Deep breaths, mate. Deep breaths.
That's good. Good job, Hayden. Yeah, that looks way better.
So now we'll take Lachlan to Lismore ED, where he'll have x-rays of his leg.
Lachlan is on his way to Lismore Base Hospital, but if his femur is shattered, he may never ride or walk again. Lismore Base Hospital, the emergency department. And Dr. Doug hands Lachlan's care over to emergency registrar Dr. Stephen. He's a veteran of the Westpac Lifesaver Rescue Helicopter Service.
This is Lachlan. A couple of hours ago, riding his motocross bike, lost control on landing. Immediate deformity and pain to his left femur.
The priority is to get an x-ray of Lachlan's broken femur.
Alright guys, x-ray.
So that's the femur bone, and this bit has been broken into several pieces with shards of bone up the top. So it's not a good fracture, no.
Surgery is the only option.
Hopefully get the bones lined up by putting some traction and then drive the rod down through the middle of the femur.
Dr. Stephen needs to anaesthetise Lachlan.
Sorry, mate.
But the traction rods are in the way.
The strap, which is holding the tension on the leg, is just in the way where we need it.
As the team loosen the traction strap, Lachlan gets a phone call. It's his mum.
Hey mum, how you going?
He's putting on a brave face. But it's a bad break.
You gotta say goodbye, mate.
I'll talk to you later, mum.
Hello, it's Dan again.
Just trying to find the femoral nerve, and then we can put a local anaesthetic in that. We can then numb his leg. We can move it without him having pain and move him without having pain. Some more stuff. There we go.
The anaesthetic kicks in. Lachlan's leg is now numb.
How you going? That sore still?
He's ready for the surgery that will hopefully ensure he can walk again.